Have 2 cups of the white organic basmati rice. I buy the brand called Royal. I'll write the name in my link. So I washed that 2 cups of the white rice with the cold water several times and drain it until water was clear. I add the salt for the taste. Normally for me is 1 teaspoon. I mixed it, and 3 tablespoons of vegetable organic oil, which I used canola organic. And for every 2 cups of the rice, I add 3 cups of the cold water. I'm cooking it in rice cooker. You can do that over the stove. It's the same way. So I'm gonna put the paper towel on with lid, and I'm gonna plug this in. I'm gonna cook this for 30 minutes. Normally it's ready before that. This is Barberry fruit. It's from a berries family. It's smaller than cranberry. And it's sour. You could buy this from the Persian store, or you could go to any Persian website like Sadaf or Zareen or Tavazo, order it online. But it is widely available to all Persian stores in America. You see that? I keep this in a freezer because I like to keep its redness. Look how pretty it is. You kind of have to clean it, means go through it, make sure it doesn't have like maybe a piece of leaf or a stem, or maybe it gets some little bitty stone in it. So you clear it up, and then you wash it several times with the cold water. You must wash it with cold water. If you wash this with warm water, the color gonna come out of it, and it's not gonna be look good when you're cooking it. And the cooking time for this, it's very fast, very quick. I mean, it's like a blink in an eye, it's gonna burn. So you have to stay on top of it. It takes maybe, I would say, 5 seconds. It's very fast cooking. So I'm gonna wash this with cold water and then drain it, and I'm gonna soak it so it come back to the life, and then I'll show you how I'm gonna serve this. The Barberry, it's kind of sour and tangy berries, which Persians serve it widely in many dishes, like rice dish. I did this in my meatball, inside the chicken stuffing. The actual name or Persian name for it is called Zereshk. Zereshk is 2 types. One is this red one, which they cook with, and is another one, it's kind of like a dark, kind of burgundy, almost black. The other one is not for cooking, it's for juicing. Okay. I want to explain a little about saffron. This is a brand I normally buy. You could get any brand you want, but this one, it's very reliable. It smells good, it's normally fresh, and it comes with this type of packaging, or it's coming to look like an envelope. For the one, and in this package, it's like 1 ounce of the saffron. Normally 1 ounce of the saffron, it's something between $55 to $80. It's a very expensive spice. I put an entire amount of that saffron with the 1 sugar cube inside the coffee grinder, and it gives me this powder. Be very careful with this powder. It worth more than gold. So when I'm gonna use them in my rice or chicken or kebab, I have here like a 1/3 of the cup. And normally I do less than this, but this one it's enough too. You could do 1/4 of the cup. Boiling hot water, and I just add a little. It's like a few pinches. Yes, it's expensive, but it goes long way. I put a few pinches. You are not going to use entire liquid. You normally use just a tablespoon or two because it has a very good strength in the coloring and a flavor. Saffron, it's a very good thing to have in the meal, but like nutmeg, you should not eat too much of it. It wouldn't be good to have too much of it in the meal. This is the easiest way to make a saffron, or when you did this, you can put a little towel on top of it and let it to be brew like a tea with its own heat. In north, people when they're making a rice, the north of the Iran, when they're making a rice, they put this on top of the rice cooker, right on top of the lid. The steam coming out of the rice cooker, it make the saffron brew. I drain my barberries. Look how plump it got by soaking them in the cold water. And I'm gonna put the towel down. Over the towel, I'm gonna put the white paper sheet, and I lay it there to dry. I don't want to put them in the hot oil while it's wet. You could just separate them a little. And then sometimes when it's soaked, the look of it or the color of it is not very desirable. You can pick those and get rid of it. I'm gonna lay this down to kind of dry out. I'm gonna make one layer on the towel of my Barberry or Zereshk and let it dry out. And then I'm gonna stir fry it. Zereshk Polo or Barberry rice, it has a topping over the white rice, which is a Barberry, which I made it ready, washed, clean and dried, and a sliver of a pistachio, Persian pistachio, and a sliver of almond. The almond and pistachio, it's raw. We're gonna toast this all together, kind of like a stir fry this together with some vegetable oil. I use the canola organic oil for that. People in the north, they don't use sugar. They like it to be tangy, but I personally like to add a little sugar to make it sweet and sour. That is very optional. And some people like to stir fry the thin slice of the onion and then add this. That is another choice and it is optional. Over medium heat, I warm up the scale with the 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Now I'm gonna put them in a low, very low, because as I say, Zereshk or Barberry would burn very quickly. I'm gonna add that. I'm gonna remove it from the heat. And it's very quick. If you don't like sugar, don't add, but I like it sweet and sour. I'm adding my sugar for the size of the sweetness I desire. Look, it's finished. See that? The key is the Barberry must be dry. I'm gonna turn it off. While it's warm, I'm gonna add my almonds. The amount of the pistachio and almond, it all depends on how much you want. I do it like a 2 tablespoons of the almond and the 2 tablespoons of pistachio. And if you don't have a slitter almond or pistachio, you don't have to add it. I just like it because it makes it look so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? My heat is already off. See that? How pretty is this? My topping is ready. I'm gonna remove, even though my heat is off, I'm gonna remove it because Barberry is very delicate and it burns very quickly. And I'm gonna leave it aside until I'm serving my dishes. My rice is ready. You could see those little holes in it. Always the holes, you see that? It means the rice is ready. Those holes means rice is ready. Okay, I'm gonna add the saffron mixer I made. Again, in a Persian rice always have a saffron, and I know sometimes I overdo the saffron because I like it so much. And then you grab the fork, you fluff the rice. You don't want to make it mushy, you just want to fluff it up, give air in it like this. Okay, the rice is ready. My Zereshk Polo or Barberry with rice is ready. What do you think? Isn't that beautiful? Please let me know what you think, and thank you for watching.